Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. Alright, kicking off UFC 310 with a heavyweight clash between Kennedy Nzechukwu and Lukasz Brzeski. This fight feels like a layup fight. First, they give Kennedy a 5'10" fat guy, and now he gets a guy who is 1-4 in the UFC. Let's dig in. Kennedy Nzechukwu. First up, we've got Kennedy African Savage Nzechukwu stepping in as the heavy favorite with a record of 13-5. He's fresh off a win against Chris Barnett, a fight that was less a battle and more a bizarre spectacle. Barnett didn't just lose, he pretty much self-destructed. He hurt himself, Kennedy capitalized, and boom, another win for the record books. But let's be real here, Kennedy's performance didn't exactly scream destroyer of worlds. Sure, he's got power, he's athletic, and he's got decent striking, but sometimes it feels like he's operating on airplane mode. He's there, but it takes him a while to really get going. That said, Kennedy does have a lot of potential, especially in a heavyweight division that's starving for new talent. And it's no secret the UFC is trying to build him up. They see a marketable fighter with a solid skill set, and they're giving him opportunities to shine. Lucky for him, this matchup seems tailor-made to make him look like the next big thing. Lukasz Brzeski. Now let's talk about Lukasz Brzeski. Coming in with a record of 1-4 in the UFC and an overall record of 9-5, this guy's resume isn't exactly sparkling. If Kennedy is a potential star, Brzeski is the guy they're feeding to him to make it happen. His lone UFC win is the MMA equivalent of participation trophy material, and his losses? Let's just say they're not to world beaters. Brzeski is the definition of serviceable. He's not terrible at any one thing, but he's not particularly good at anything either. His striking lacks pop, his grappling isn't a threat, and his cardio? Well, let's just say it's not built for extended fights. But give the man credit, he's durable. He's been in there with a variety of fighters, and while he's taken his fair share of losses, he hasn't completely folded. That said, durability only gets you so far when you're up against someone with Kennedy's physicality. What's really concerning is Brzeski's inability to win rounds. He's not the kind of fighter who forces the judges to pay attention. Instead, he lets fights slip away. And against someone like Kennedy, that's a recipe for disaster. So, who wins? This fight isn't rocket science. Kennedy has the size, the athleticism, and the skill advantage. Brzeski, he's just here to make Kennedy look good. Kennedy's biggest hurdle in this fight is himself. If he shows up unfocused or lets Brzeski drag him into a slow-paced slog, things could get weird. But if Kennedy fights smart and uses his physical gifts, he should cruise. As for Brzeski, his path to victory is about as narrow as it gets. Maybe Kennedy trips on his way to the octagon, or maybe Brzeski lands a once-in-a-lifetime shot. Stranger things have happened in MMA, but I wouldn't bet the rent money on it. Official pick, Kennedy Nzechukwu. I'm rolling with Kennedy Nzechukwu. This is his fight to lose. He's bigger, stronger, and more skilled than Brzeski, and unless he decides to take a nap mid-fight, he should walk away with a dominant win. I see Kennedy keeping this one at range, landing some big shots and either putting Brzeski away or cruising to a lopsided decision. The UFC clearly wants to build him up, and this matchup feels like the perfect layup. Kennedy by TKO in the second round. Let's hope the heavyweight division doesn't get too excited though. This is still just step one of what could be a long journey for Kennedy. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.